We'll start now with the session IT Infrastructure and Compatibility. And I will be using two documents. This one here, the system description. Do you see that? Yes. System description. And there's a new document, fairly new, end of October. It's the VMS compatibility update. So in terms of video management system compatibility, there is an update document. There's a document with some updates information. So we are supporting a bit more video systems than with this document. And again, this system description will be also updated soon. Whatever soons mean, okay? But it will be updated soon. I will show you some numbers which are right now not correct in this document. And so we will see when the new updated document comes. So this document will be updated, and also the dimensioning tool, the sizing tool, will be updated soon. So have a look to the STEP or intranet websites, to have always the newest update. Okay, let's start with the system description. The system description version 3.0 is based on the same concept as we know it from version 2.1. Okay, so you have a part A, the system description. So this is describing the system in nice words, okay? In marketing related words, or words where you can actually use it if you have to deliver to the customers or to an offer how the system is working, and so on. There is the features and benefits, then the system architecture and the cybersecurity concepts. Then there is a dimensioning part. Here, the different components are described in a bit more detail, okay? And then, so far nothing has changed from what we know from the concept point of view from version 2.1. Of course, the information in version 3.0 are up to date, okay? But the concept is still the same. And then this is the very technical part with the system limits, restrictions, and compatibility. Okay, we will have a look. We will spend most of the time in here. And what is new is part D, multi-discipline configurations. Okay, this has been added new. It gives you recommendations when having multiple systems. Okay, we will have a look to this. It gives you some recommendation on what you have to look for when you're having multiple configurations. Okay. Now here in the system architecture, from the point of view of a single server system, not much has changed, or basically nothing. We still have the management system server, which is based on WinCC. Okay, this is still there. We have a history database server. Okay, here, what's new with the history database server, we support long-term storage now and archiving. Okay, video management server, the web server, front-end processor, and clients, and web clients, and mobile clients. Still the same as we know it from version 2.1. What's new is that we can now support and link to multiple server systems, so distributed systems. This is new. But from a single server point of view, not much has changed. And as I said, here you will find the information. Here the information about the long-term storage and archiving. I mean, we will show you especially what has changed in this course. So I'm not going now into greater detail in this document, basically. Okay. So all-in-one system. This is still the same single server system, SQL included, and IIS server also included on the same machine. This is still the same. Then client server, constellation on the customer network, and then having larger systems, and so on and so on, and large systems. And here, the distributed system. That's what we're going to see this afternoon. Virtualization and so on. So, here in the system dimensioning guidelines, we got the specification of the different component we are having. So the server, a dedicated Microsoft SQL server. Dedicated Microsoft SQL server means having not Express, but standard or enterprise on a separate machine, and so on and so on. What does this mean, you know? From the point of view of hardware requirements, from the point of view of performance. Front-end processor and the different clients we are supporting. Then, let's go now to the more details. The system limitations. So, here, non-distributed systems, or one server system, okay? System limitation, it's still 150,000 objects per system, okay? Maximum number of clients hasn't changed, it's 10. Sorry, maximum number of install clients, 10. Maximum number of Windows app and web clients, 27. Maximum number of web service sessions, so any web service session. It can be a mobile app, it can be any kind of web service sessions to combine or to connect to other systems, okay? With Windows 7 and 8.1, 8.1 is not supported anymore, but it says here 8.1. With Windows 7 and 10, we support 10 from the IIS. When the IIS is running on Windows 7 or 10, it's 10. And here the limitation is 100 if we are running it on a Windows Server operating system. Maximum number of FEPs. This is a number which is probably going to change. It says here 3. Let's see. It might be 5. So this might change, and this might change definitely. There are, you see here, 20. I heard of 30. So there will be more than 5. Not sure, somewhere between 20 and 30. Let's see what's the next, because this is going to be tested. Let's see what the next system description will give us a number. But it's going to be more than 5. Probably somewhere between 20 and 30, probably. And here, probably 5, okay? Maximum tags, 40,000 per server. Maximum number of OPC, maximum name, length of OPC tags, and so on and so on. So here the supported bandwidth we need, basically, minimum maximum latency, so up and downs, up for 512, okay, and 6 megabits second down. Then alarm load. So there are some figures now about the alarm load dependent on per second or a time period of 20 minutes, and so on and so on. Then here we see the maximum number of activity logs per day is 1 million. Event records per day is 1 million, and trend records, it's 4.2 million per day. And here, distributed system configuration. Again, Greg is showing you this afternoon distributed systems and give you the most up-to-date numbers, okay, in this term here, and also in this term. Then, what's also new in version 3 system description is that the information about the mass notification product has been added here. The mass notification product, have you ever heard about it? Yes? No? Right now, I'm not aware that there is actually a system running in Europe. There are systems running in USA. And this is a requirement which is coming from USA, basically, from the American market, basically. But so in this training, we are not looking to mass notification. This is anyway SSP related, so SSP is capable to deploy these systems. And this is these are very specific, very unique, for very unique project requirements, so for a specific market. If you need to have information about mass notification, please get in contact with the product manager, which is right now is Urs van Gunten. Okay, if you having any projects, you know. But as you know, in this document, in the version 3, this information have been updated with the mass notification. So whatever we are going to look now from that moment on is without mass notification in this training here. So let's scroll down. Now we are coming to the communication ports and protocols. This is still basically the same and has been added with the new supported subsystems information and so on and so on. But it's nothing new compared to from the concept what we know from version 2.1. So the data manager, event manager, you see here the default ports which you find in system management console, okay, and some commands to the protocol. And then depending if it's a non-secured install client or a non-secure FAB, okay, you will find the information here. So these ports basically are used by non-secured install client and front-end processor, okay. When I'm using the secured one, then the information are going to over the proxy manager here, okay. This is where we're having secure communication. The proxy manager, again, this is a setting in an SMC, System Management Console. You see here where the configuration is done. And so on and so on. Be aware what you find in SMC, in System Management Console, this is always default settings. So make sure that you got this port, you can use this port on a customer side. Okay? And if this is already occupied, then you need to redesign the default setting. You need to change the default settings. Microsoft IAS 80 or 443. 443 for the secure communication, 80 for the unsecure communication. And SQL Server Browser und SQL Server Database. Then deployment variants here, and optional services on main server, depending if you're having OPC server, OPC server client, or OPC server. And now we are coming to the field system communications, so Apache, BACnet, Modbus, OPC, S7, SNMP, SPC, XNet. The ports used for remote notification systems. So for the ESPA driver, for the ESPA protocol, GSM driver, mailing. And now we are coming to the IT environment compatibility. So operating systems we support newly is Windows 7, Windows 10, Windows Server 212, 216. For the web clients, 7 and 10. Okay. Important here, the web clients uses Microsoft Internet Explorer 11. Okay. On every Windows 10 installation, Windows Edge is the default web browser user. So you have to change that to Internet Explorer 11. Internet Explorer 11 or whatever Internet Explorer is installed on any Windows 10 installation per default, but make sure that this is the default web browser basically for this purpose. So we are not supporting Windows Edge in Windows 10. Not yet. Then what's not supported, 32-bit operating system, but this is since the beginning of the Desigo CC, Windows 8, Windows 8.1, Server 8000, Windows Server 2008 and Windows Server 2012. So if you're having a Microsoft Windows 8.1 installed, you want an upgrade or your customer wants to upgrade, there is either the customer buys a new Windows or you deliver a new Windows operating system, I mean a new machine with a new Windows operating system, or you uninstall 2.1, the Desigo CC 2.1, you upgrade 8.1 to 10, and you reinstall Windows, the Desigo CC version 3. These are the two. Yes?
Okay, quick question. For the Server 2016, for the fire applications, is there a specific reason why it's not approved yet, or is it just a testing approval reason? Do you know anything about that?
This is UL and ULC.
Yeah.
So the question was, why is I have to repeat the questions, you know.
Just
for the yeah, why is for UL and ULC, why is Microsoft Server 2016 not supported yet? I'm guessing now. It's probably down to the testing, I would say. I don't know, honestly, because we are not explicitly looking to UL and ULC.
It could be that ULC they don't approve of it in the regulations yet.
Yes. So another comment is that actually UL or ULC is not approving this Microsoft Server version in the regulation. So you are aware why I'm repeating the answers and questions, yeah? This is because of the audience, you know, following us over circuit. So they understand the questions and answers. Okay. Then virtualization. These are the compatibility with virtual environments. So VMware products and Stratos products here. Microsoft SQL Server 2012, 2014, and 2016. On the DVD, installation DVD, you get from headquarters 2014 is available, not 2016. This, for the simple reason, we tested 2016, but we had, at that point when we released the software DVD, the agreement with Microsoft in terms of 2016 was not there. So we were still in the process to get the agreement to be able to deliver SQL Server 2000 Express on our installation DVD. So it was not there, so therefore we delivered with 2014, but we support 2016. Microsoft Office 2007 to 2016 supported. Then virus scanners. So all the component you see on this document, guys, this is tested, okay? And we support this. Okay, this is really tested. Also the virus scanners, the firewalls, this has been tested with those components. PDF readers, AutoCAD files. And now we are coming to our supported subsystems. So building automation, there are 3 different Apache versions supported. No, actually 4 here, Apache. Then Talon BACnet, and then Desigo version 5.1, Service Pack 6, Service Pack, 5.1 Service Pack, version 6.0, version 6.1. Okay. With this, we are saying that, of course, not only Desigo PX is supported, but also Desigo TRA. Okay, so Desigo version 5.1 service packs, 6.0 and 6.1 includes also the Desigo room automation. Okay, important. Desigo PX controllers, we are now backwards compatible to the firmware version 2.37 for migration purpose. Okay. Then Simatic S7, Cyclimouth X, and here the fire safety supported systems. And then security video. So I would like now to show you the updated document in this case. So this is what's not available in the system description is now basically the VMS 50. And these are the 3 versions here, okay? This is now the most up-to-date document in terms of video management system support. Okay. Access control. So CPOS is now newly direct integrated. We have a driver, a specific CPOS driver for it. In version 2.1, CPOS was integrated over SX Open. Okay. Just looking at you because of I knew that you're an integration guy, you know. Intrusion systems, SBC, Symfony. And then the standard protocols, so BACnet, revision 113, OPC client, ONVIF, Modbus TCP. In SNMP, right now we are not supporting version 3, so we are supporting version 1 and version 2. And in SNMP, I have some additional informations. So did you use SNMP in version 2.1? Okay. There were some issues. You know them?
Probably not all of them, but I've seen some of them.
So, SNMP version 2.1 up to service release 5, okay? This issue, what I'm talking about, is resolved with service release 6 in version 2.1 and is obviously also resolved in version 3, okay? So you don't have them anymore, but you had them in the past, so, but it's worthwhile mentioning it so you know it. So one thing was the limitation of the SNMP devices. So per SNMP driver, the limitation was to 254 devices, the limitations. Now the snap-in in the Desigo CC allowed you to define more than 254 devices. This was one issue. So the WinCC server supported 254, and the snap-in allowed you to configure more devices. And there was obviously then there was an issue. The second issue was that if you started to configure, let's say 1 to 10 SNMP devices, okay, per driver, and you deleted them again, in the SNMP snap-in, in the Desigo CC snap-in, they were deleted, not in WinCC. They were kind of occupied. And then you restarted in the Desigo CC SNMP again, and you had then an issue again. Okay, so those are sorted out. Okay, with service release 6 of version 2.1, and now with version 3. You don't have these issues anymore. And if you're having, obviously, if you're having more than 254 devices, you need to configure one more driver. Okay, if you're having more than 254 devices. Then notification protocols. Here, the GSM modem. I do have some information there too. By the way, the newest Siemens GSM modem is supported. So this here, listed here, you won't get them anymore on the market. Okay. Also, this information will be updated with the newest one. Okay. But we are having right now also here some issues in the WinCC platform. Okay. Therefore, we are not testing any newer GSM modem devices. This issue in the WinCC platform has to be sorted out first, and then we will be testing more modems. Okay. If this makes a sense or not, because of the protocol not anymore supported in the near future with GSM, okay. But so you are aware of, if you're having issues, get in contact with the customer support here, and they will give you the latest information. Also, we are trying to support in future a bit more, if possible, a bit more special character sets. Okay, this is another issue. I know that Finland has issues about this, and don't know about. No. Cool. Okay. So the next system description version hopefully will have some more information to it. Then supported languages. And now here the hardware categories. Again, we recommend to have 4 hardware categories, A, B, C, D. the result of the hardware categories is part of the sizing tool. When you're using the sizing tool, the Excel sheet I showed you first thing in the morning after the licensing session, one of the results by adding the data points, calculating a system, you will see that there are either A, B, C, D we recommend to use, okay, hardware categories. Information in here might also change with the next update of this document. And one important information in terms of purchasing, okay? Headquarter is in contact with manufacturers, with PC manufacturers like HP, Dell, Lenovo, Fujitsu, and others. I don't know them all in name. And for each hardware category, we will be defining a product number. Okay? The idea behind this is, first of all, that, the different hardware components in a PC, this is one thing. But make sure that the performance, the performance is actually not done on a single hardware category or on a single hardware product, but the performance is actually much better when these different hardware categories are designed to each other with the frequency and so on and so on. This is really important. Having the fastest hardware components doesn't mean that the PC is performing so much better. It's a question of making sure that the different components are working properly together. And for this, there are people dedicated and they know exactly how to design, PCs, fast PCs and so on. So our purchasing department here is now working together with the manufacturers, making sure that for each hardware category, there will be a product number for the different manufacturers. So, and not only that, you should also get a good price for it, for those PCs. Make sure you get in contact with your manufacturer in your company, that your manufacturer company is actually working with our ones. I don't know in which process this is. There should be a document coming out soon, so that you are aware. If you have to order a PC for the customer, it's always depending if you have to deliver it or the customer deliver it. If you have to order a PC or a machine for a customer, make sure you get in contact with the manufacturer. Okay? Good. Then here, physical machine with mass notification. This is a different story, but we are not going into deeper detail here. And then physical machine in terms of when using virtual machines. Okay, this table here will also probably be updated in the next version. So when you get the next system description, okay, when this is going to be released, have a look to these parts here. Here is UL and ULC listed machines. And then we are coming now to the hardening guidelines, which is basically the same concept as we know it in version 2.1. Okay, describing for the type of hardening category, so unsecured desktop, then to standalone desktop application and so on and so on. It describes actually what's required, the required hardening to fulfill this security, IT security. So this is the same concept as we know it in 2.1. And now I would like to go to the multidiscipline configurations. The idea here is that depending on the use case here, so building automation system with video, BAS with video and access control, or BAS and fire and video, and so on, depending on those different use cases. So let's jump to one. There's no link working. Okay. Then we have to scroll down. You see here now building automation system and video. Here the description, up to 50,000 system objects, video up to 1,000 cameras. Okay. You see a picture of the topology recommended. Okay. Then you see here the PCs, the description, the list of the PCs, the role these PCs have, the specification, and the comments. So it's a recommendation. If you're having one of those situation, market requirements, customer requirements, it gives you an idea about how to set up, how the topology could look like, and recommendation of the hardware specification, with some comments. And now, as soon we are having fire included, okay, there's always a European norm configuration, I recommended, and a UL or ULC configurations recommended, because these are very different. Okay. So it gives you really an idea, recommendation how to set up, how to design a system. Okay. We didn't have this in version 2.1. This is now new in version 3. And of course, as more complex the combination is, as more comments you will find then, basically. So building automation system with fire and video. And so on and so on. Okay. Including mass notification too. Do you have any questions so far?
Maybe a question about the installation DVD itself. It is available on the internet to upload the installation package. Last time, when I was looking for installation for the Desigo CC version 3 for the fire detection system, I find only the system for the CPS production, not for SSP.
Yes.
So we have to somehow combine the installation DVD. Can we use the same installation for SSP product?
No. So the question is, where do I get the installation DVD?
The correct one.
The correct one, yes. We at headquarters, headquarter do or headquarter delivers the software only to the distributed managers. So there's a list of distributed managers, we deliver them, okay, worldwide, basically. These distribution managers, especially now in SSP, they are responsible to add SSP extension modules
That's also the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
to the software delivery of CPS and customize them. You know, there's a lot of customization, or there are some customization work
Yes, yes.
included. And as soon as this is ready, they will make it available to all the markets. Okay, so you should know your responsible contact person of distribution. Yeah, you are laughing. I'm laughing too. So you should contact. It could be, I mean, you are SSP. Diego Cataneo, maybe. This would be the person to contact. Because
Do we have any list, any contact list of these persons?
then I would,
Whom I have to contact, because up to now we have this problem to find out the correct installation files. So I would like to contact somebody. Whom I have to contact?
Diego Cataneo. Yeah, he's right now the person to contact, and he will give you the information when the software for you is available. But so for the CPS channel, the software is, let's say, easier to tailor. But for the SSP channel, you will always have some SSP components to add on. But I guess in the meantime, this software should be available, basically.
Could you please spell his surname? Cataneo. It is C-A-T.
TTANO.
N-O.
Yeah, so he's SSP Europe. He's in the organization of SSP Europe.